Hello everyone, welcome. My name is Adam and today we're playing Capitalism 2. Capitalism 2 is an awesome game. It came out 2001. I've done a first look on it. Go back, have a look at it. Well, the first look was kind of like the tutorial. This is the first proper playthrough. And I'll tell you the kind of game it is. If you're coming in for the first time, this game is like the Wolf of Wall Street, the game. You basically play a CEO with a lot of money. And then you can either, play the stock market, you can create a retail store, you can create a manufacturing company, whatever company you want. In fact, we're going to customize it right now. So, yeah, that's my portrait, my logo. I've already filled all these in. So, one city, capital high. We're going to start in 1990 with seldom events. Well, let's change that to occasional. Many retail stores, allow stock investment, yes. Complex city economy on. Competitors 3, so there'll be 4 of us all competing. Show their secrets, nah, don't really want to do that. They get low capital, I'm going to have high. Number of seaports importing consumer goods, 2. And 2 industrial seaports. Constant import supply, yes. Import quality high, and we're going to try and make it for, let's say, 50 years. And if we can make it for 50 years, we've achieved, and that's all. I mean, you can set other values and variables if you really wanted to customize your achievements here, but to be honest, that's all. So we're going to start that, and it's going to start the game. Well, let's just pause that game for a second. So if you're new to this, basically, you're the CEO of a company, and you must manage it. So at the moment, we've got nothing, This is the city that we live in here. And you can see the rich areas are very bright. And you can see the city there with its imports and exports. Its minerals everywhere. And we haven't got any chain because we haven't started the company yet. So let's go back to the where is the money? Right, the money is in this section here. So if we were to put a store here, we could really ump up the price. So it's January the 2nd, 1990. Let's have a look here. These are the 4 companies. You've got the Fat Group, the Mankind, and the Revolution. Okay. We also do have stocks. So we've got a stock exchange. I've got 1 million to play with. The company's got 50 million, but we're going to up that because we're going to go and get a bank loan. We've got another 10 million to play with. So we're going to get a bank loan for 10. Borrow that. And we're also going to issue out shares of our company for as much as we can. I mean, obviously the company owns its shares. So that's 42 million we will get if we do this. Okay. In fact, right now I own 50% of the company. So actually, before I issue out the shares, let me buy another 1 million. There we go, in my own company, and that way I own 51%. Now we can issue these shares. Get them shares issued back out again. 42, issue now. Boom, $102 million to play with. And I own now 28% of the company. Oops. Anyway, that will do. Okay, so the public shareholders own 71% of our company. But you know what? It don't matter. We've got the money. So that's fine. Now, first things first is we need to go to the wealthy part of the city, I think. And we need to build a store that is going to be an all-rounder. A department store. This is all the items that we can sell in our department store. Quite a lot of things. If we put a discount mega store up, they're all the things that we can sell in that store. I'm thinking actually a discount mega store might be better than a department store. Because it has quite a lot of other things. We can also do a supermarket, a convenience store, drugstore, and these are more now specific stores, automobile outlet. In fact, before we decide, let's actually go and find out what is sort of happening at the imports and that. Let me go and find out information about the city. Where is it? Headquarters, farms, government. Nope. Products. Here we go. So beds are a thing, right? And that looks like it. Can't be right. Here we go. That's better. This is the screen I was looking for. All of them. Right. Here we go. So this is everything that is possible in the game. Now, it doesn't mean, you know, like obviously our rivals, you know. So, but this is everything we can buy. So we can buy stuff that will go in a department store. Yeah, it looks mainly food though. So a grocery store just as much, but I'm gonna say a department store. And I think we should put it here. In fact, actually, before we do that, let me put a apartment building. Okay. We're gonna spend 8 million, and we are gonna put it here. It's gonna cost us 1 million for the land and 8 million, so that's about just under 10 million to build this. Okay. And we're going to charge $10 a square foot. There we go. And that will hopefully return on its investment. That's a long-term investment, but not only that, it helps the value of this area increase. So now we can put our, let's see, discount mega store, department store. Both have electrical goods. Yeah, that has more options, so let's go with discount mega store. Oh, it's massive. Oh gosh, I don't think it's too big. It's too big. It can't go in. It's massive. Oh dear. Right, department store. Department store go. Department store is too big. Oh, it can go there. Right, we're doing a department store for now. Okay, so here, this is the store. That's what it looks like. Builders have just moved in. It's a nice little department store, you know, not too shabby. So we want to be buying some stuff in. Beds are a thing, evidently. We got sports watches, shampoos, leather belts, and seatboards. In fact, before we do this, we need to actually know what our demand is. So let's just unpause this game. There we go. So now the game's unpaused. Let's see if we can see a demand for anything. Nothing really. So sports watch overall quality is 71, 63, and the bed is 59. It comes from Zurich. It's 117 miles away, and that is the closest item as well. So it's of course not one of the cheapest to import, but it is closer. It will be cheaper than its rivals. Right. So let's see here. Yeah, let's go for bed because that seemed to be a thing. So we'll have bed, and we'll also have something that people need to buy. Shampoo. Yeah, we'll have that as well. So we go to there. We can actually set the cost of the bed. So because it's a higher area, we're going to put that up to 400. I think that's a decent, you know, and that's only because of the area that it's in. You know, we can increase these prices. There we go. $4 for some shampoo, guys. I don't know. So here we go. I don't want to do too much because the balance sheet here, we've got to balance it at the end of the day, and our company is already in the red. We haven't made any money. So let's make some money. Let's invest in a company here. Let me see. This one seems to be on the rise, so let's buy some shares. We're going to buy 2 million of these. So there's kind of like 1 million and 2 million, right? So we've got 2 million invested into the Fat Group as well, and that's kind of like yeah, 2 million. That's kind of like our little saving grace, I feel. We can't borrow any more money from the bank. Nope. But we can issue shares if we wanted to. We could issue another 35 million shares. Let's do that just to get the money. I now own 20% of my company. So my share price has increased. If I sold my shares now, I would make a lot more money. In fact, let's sell my shares now. And I started off with $1 million. I'm selling all my shares, so my stock price will plummet. And I've now got 21 million. And that's just from 1 million, guys. So my stock share has hit the roof now. So I'm not gonna sell them shares just yet, because I want to get more, to be honest. So I want to wait till they go back up, and then we'll sell off some more shares. In fact, we are going to invest now into our own company, and we are going to buy. See, they're buying my shares. My company is now going to buy its own shares. We're going to make it 100. We're going to have 100 mil even. There we go. We buy them back and they're dead cheap, and that's because I sold them off. We got 100 million, and we own some of our own company. There we go. I mean, we could literally just play the market, and that's a way of doing it. But we need to make money as well. So we've got a apartment store. That's 14% occupied at the moment. That's doing well. We've got this retail store here. That is now making money. It's now in the profit, 33,000. And so I feel it's time now to up our game. I think we need a convenience store. Just something that's very quick and easy. Not too far away from where I am, because we do want to make the money of... There we go, that'll do. And something that's very, you know, in demand. Frozen beef, but not from our competitors. We don't want to be buying from our competitors, because that's just lining their pockets. Headache pills. What else we got? Shampoo. We don't want to be... actually, we could do, and then sell it cheaper than the other stores doing, but then that would... No, that's pointless. Headache pills. I mean, that'll do. 2 items is enough. 2 items is enough. Frozen beef and headache pills. So frozen beef is being sold for $3, and the headache pills, whoa, we're leaving that, to be honest. $9.20. That's a lot. Right, there we go. We've got a few more companies now. We want to also be manufacturing something, so let's do some research here. We could go into farming, or we could go into manufacturing. So let's have a look around at what resources we have. We have, what's G? Gold. There's a gold mine there, mate. Let's get a mine on it. Get a gold mine on it. Boom. Mine that gold and sell it off. Boom. Look at that. Sales. We're going to sell that for 250. Confirmed. Now, what does gold make, though? What can we do with gold? If we wanted to know what goes in when you've got gold, like what products can you make with it? Because we could manufacture something with it as well. So gold can be found in gold rings. We could manufacture, and it's the only thing you can manufacture, is a gold ring, which we can actually sell in our department store. So we need a factory now. So let's go out here where there's hardly anybody around. We're going to build a factory. Only small, doesn't have to be big. Okay, we'll put it there. And we're going to purchase gold. Okay, off our own company. Right, which, boom, that will help. And we're going to manufacture it into gold rings to sell. Boom. And there we go. Now we can go back to our department store, which is just over here somewhere. Where is it? We can also find it by clicking that. There it is. And now our retail store can purchase gold rings. There it is. It's in high demand. And it can sell it. And we'll have 2 sales units, I feel. Because it looks like it's going to be a big earner. So we will sell that for 500. Boom. We're making a lot of money on that. So, I mean, it might go slightly into the red again, but this bit here is making a lot of money. So that's good. And it's got there's a lot of demand for it. So we need to go back to the factory where they're making it and increase productivity because they can't keep up with it. So we are going to create another purchasing unit. No, hang on. No, another manufacturing unit. And another sales unit. So they'll be manufacturing more. Because we've got loads here. There's not much high demand for the gold. But there is for the sales of the rings. So what we can also do is an inventory as well of this one. So we manufacture the gold rings, we store it, we stock it, and it will release the pressure off this one here. In fact, we can also have a 3rd sales unit. There we go. And that should now help ease off this. If we need to, we can purchase more gold because there is loads. We might actually have to because there's not. Yeah, there's no. They're doing okay. They're doing okay. Right. So that's that. Let's go back to our books here, and let's look at the product. Where is it? The balance sheet, income statement. There it is. So last month our company was 68 grand in the red. It's the beginning of April, so let's see if in the beginning of May it's less than 68 grand. Because if it's less than 68 grand, that means I'm making money, and that's fine. If it's more than 68 grand, we've got somewhere along the line, we ain't making as much money. And we need to find out why that is and rectify it. So we'll have a look at that. Stock exchange, how much have we made? I'm still on 21 million, okay. I might invest my stocks into somebody. We've got money in the fat group, which it's very low at the moment, so I'm going to buy loads of that, which will rise the price up. Buy loads. I'm going to buy 11 million's worth. In fact, I'm going to stop now because it's quite high, but it's still quite low. 16, no, 16. And then our company is going to sell its shares. We invested, what did we invest in? Can anybody remember? Was it like 3 million, was it? Or 2 million? Did we invest 2 million in? I think, yes, we invested 2 million in. So right now we need to sell them shares off. And we've earned ourselves some money. And now it's dropping now, so I'm just going to wait for that to come back up, and then I'm going to, in fact, I can sell mine now, to be honest. No, I can't. I invested 10 million in myself, so, and I've still got 10.6 million, so I want to wait for that to go up a little bit. Let's have a look at our summary. So we've made 1.3 million, and that's mainly in the stock market, you know. So boom, straight away, that's helped the overheads, you know, of our company. I mean, our whole cost of sales is 1.7 million. Our salaries are 123,000, and that's right. In fact, sorry, let's look at last month's. This gives an accurate description here. The month has just turned, so I'll tell you what, let's pause the game here for a second and let's look at the stats. So this is the last month, so this will give us an accurate description of what our company is doing. It's the first day of May. So last month, our operating revenue was 3.1 million, okay? And our cost of sales was 1.8. Now, for me, that's quite high. I think I need to find ways to lower our overheads. Salaries were 132,000, so that's all the managers, all the staff, all the training we do. Well, actually, it doesn't include training, sorry, 'cause there hasn't been any. And there hasn't been any write-offs. There's been no waste. We haven't advertised anything. And our operating overheads are 500,000 almost as well. So our operating expenses are 2.6 million. And obviously operating revenue, when you take that away, you're left with 446,000, which is why I need to get the cost of sales down. I need to figure out a way to not buy as much stock of stuff in. Stock return is where we made the million for the company to have a green sheet at the end of the year or at the end of the month. So, but that's not going to be there next month. So we have to make sure this operating profit is where this profit is going to be injected into this profit. So we've really got to make this higher. And it starts off in the red. That's where I'm worried about. So let's resume the game. And if you watch the figures, they will rise now as the days go by. We're obviously not going to make 1.4 million the next, you know, in our stock returns. In fact, our stock in the fat company is rising, but that needs to get up to like 15 before my company is willing to sell its shares. Or did it? No, we already sold it, our shares. What am I saying? We sold our shares in the fat company. I'm going to invest money into my company now because they're at 11, which is quite low, I feel. So we're going to buy 6 million shares. There we go. So I've got now 5 million into my own company. Or actually, I've got 7.5, sorry. I only wanted 6, but okay, that'll do. So we're going to see, we're going to wait till this rises, which should start to rise now. My company's got 55 million, so that's okay. And our end of month is coming up, and we're going to be in the green. But our loan, we're paying off our loan now, so, or the loan is in interest. We can borrow, if we wanted to, another 42 million if we needed to. We can also repay. Let's repay 5 million of our loan. And that will help our end of sheet as well, because it will reduce our loan interest. Because at the moment, last month, we paid 82 grand in loan interest fees. And that's just going to keep going higher the more we have this loan. So we do need to pay it off. And right now we've got 4 million. What? Can I not repay that 4 million? Let's repay that. Now we've repaid off our, we've completely paid off our loan. We have no loan. So that should really, we should have a 0. That should now not rise anymore. And that was fine. Let's go check our buildings. Let's see here. How many people have moved in here? It's almost half full. So that's only going to get better. It cost us 10 million to build it. And at the moment, it's just estimated just under. So it ain't making us any money at the moment. Our department store, let's check the books on this. It's making money. In fact, we can pump some of this back in maybe. Its sales is 1.4 million. And 80% of that is in purchasing. So we purchase a bed, a gold ring, a shampoo. There's no high demand, so let's cut the ring off and sell the rest of this off. And I'll turn that into an advertising unit. Because we're not... There's plenty of sales here. There's no demand, really. I mean, there is for purchasing. I could turn this in. So we need to go back to the factory here. Let's go back to the supplier, which is our supplier, which is our factory, which I've just warped to now. And we've got loads of gold coming in. When you're manufacturing it, okay-ish. We're inventorying it and then we're selling it, but there's still a very high demand for it. There's still a very high demand. So I tell you what, let's get rid of that. Build up the inventory if we can. Got 3 sales units. The demand is too high. I mean, we're not making enough money. We're not utilizing this to its maximum. Who are our clients? Look, the enemy, mate. We're the enemy. And they've got a retail store. Let's go to their let's go to their store. How much are they selling this for? They're selling this for 152. Mate, how much is our retail store selling a ring for? 500. But it's still going, mate. They're still being sold. Do you know what? We're cutting off. We're going to the supplier, which is us, and it's an internal sale only, which now means we are cutting off him completely. He's not going to be able to sell. He's going to have nothing left, which means it's all for us. So we're only selling it to ourselves now, which means we can purchase this gold maybe at a slight cheaper rate. Let's go to the supplier, which is myself again, and we've got plenty of gold here. I mean, how are our books doing? We're in the red, mate. We need to up the sale price here. Bring that up to 300, mate. How are we in the red? We're mining it and selling it. Total cost to mine it is $39.91. Our revenue is 220,000. We're selling it. We're selling loads. I don't see how we're in the red. How is this business in the red? Operating overhead 300,000. We're spending 53,000 on salaries and 68 on raw consumption of materials. Our expenses are 421,000. Well, I've cut that down. That's just dropped down. It's not 421, it's 413, so that's coming down now, which is good. I don't understand how this ain't making any money. We can't mine more. We've got loads. Got loads of stock. And it's good quality stock as well. Utilization's only 22%. I'll tell you what, let's invest a little training. We'll invest a little training, right? Maybe get this utilization up a bit more. Because for some reason, they're not bringing it out as much as they could do. I don't... Let's go back to the factory now. So, this isn't going to make us much money now, because we've really increased the purchase price of the gold. So we buy it for 213. So we're going to sell it for, you know, we're going to lower that price. 312. So we're making about 100 ourselves. Hopefully that will be enough to cover all the overheads and everything. You know, fingers crossed, guys. And then if we go back to our clients, which is us, they're still buying stock offers. Why are they still buying stock offers? They should not be our client anymore. We go back here, and this company's making money as well. I mean, we're making money at the end of the day. As a whole company. That ring is making money. You know. We're selling it for 500, mate. It's good quality, although it says down here, overall quality 37. And that's because of my brand. I haven't branded it. My brand, it's just like a generic ring. Means nothing to anybody. But as a company, we're making money. We're making about 500,000 every, 600,000 every month. We haven't got a loan anymore. We've got rid of that. The stock exchange. That's how much money in the shares. My stock in the fat company has risen. I had 6 million invested into them. Now I've got almost 11. And in my company, I've got 5.8 out of, what was that, 2 or 3? That fat company price needs to rise a bit more though. In fact, I think I might buy into my own company because it's quite low. We're gonna spend all my money there. Sorry, hun, I've only got 17 grand left because I spent shares. So now I've got 10.5 in my own company and 10.8 in the fat company. As soon as these guys, as soon as he gets his thing together, I can sell them shares off, make some money. YouTube's not got any money in anybody else by the looks of it. Nope. Just in themselves. I've got money in the fat group and my own company. I've got basically 10 million tied up in each company. Although I haven't spent as much as that for each company. So, as a person, I am totally worth 20 million. And I've got 20 million in stock and 17 in cash. I'm probably doing better than a lot of other people, even though it doesn't really show in terms of cash. A lot of people got a lot more cash than me. And that's because it's all tied up in investments and stocks and stuff like that. But this is the game, you know what I mean? It's a real fun game as well. It's as I say, it's like Wolf of Wall Street. You want to make as much money as you can. And right now we're 2.5 million in the green. We're doing well. And we've still got a lot of money to go. And we cannot stretch out. And I think we will. Right now I've got 5 companies. I've got apartment buildings that are over 50% now occupied. So we will start raising rents soon. If it goes up to 70. We've got a department store which is making 500 grand a month. We've also got a retail store which is also making almost 500 grand a month, almost as much as the department store. And we've got a mine which is draining us for some reason of 215. Again, I don't know why. Their operating overheads are not that big, you know. Their utilization has gone down, so that training wasn't worth it. So let's get rid of the training, and that will probably save us a bit of money. But I just don't know why they're not making the money. I mean, they haven't got enough clients, that's what it is. I'm the only one buying off them. So maybe we need to open another store. So they can have more clients, because, you know, that's it. And if we manufacture, we can't manufacture, can we? We're just a mining thing. So we're gonna have to bite the bullet on this one in order to make it cheap for the next company, I guess. What else have we got? We've got a factory which is making only 65 grand. Again, not making that much money, but it is making a profit. That's the important thing. And it's making a profit so our department store can make the most from the ring. And it's selling it. You know, people are buying it. At the end of the day, no matter what, they're still buying it. So, I don't know. Maybe I need to get another purchasing unit in. Got 2 sales units and 1 purchase unit. The demand is greater. In fact, that one, they need to sell this off. Why are they? We've still got stock in this. 284 units, mate. Need to sell that off, mate. We might have to just, I don't know. Might have to wait. 284 units, and there's no more being pumped into it. So maybe we need to advertise. If we've got the money, let's pump some advertising in, and then we'll call it a day on this. So advertising, we'll advertise on the TV. 100, we're gonna say 50 to begin with, just because I'm not really sure how well it will work. So don't need to link it. So we're going to be spending now on advertising, which will show here. So we'll see. We'll see. 50 grand. We can afford it. We can afford it. Well, hopefully it'll shift some of these rings. But anyway, there we go. That's the game, guys. We're going to call it time on here. So we're going to save this now. Save the game. Now, I have played it before, as you can see. I'm not going to overwrite that one. But I have played it before. And basically, in that one, I died a tragic death. Went bankrupt completely. It was very tragic. So, I won't be... yeah. And we'll call this one current. There we go. And that's it, guys. Maybe I'll show the video on that one, but I completely went bankrupt and it was a lost cause, and it lasted twice as long as this video. So, but maybe in the future, if you really want to see that video, I'll show it. It's quite funny because the company just went straight down. I didn't play it safe. You know, I just spent loads of money and tried to do things that were way out, and it just didn't work. So anyway, if you do want to see this again, let me know in the comments. You know, like the video, show me you want to see this, and I will play this again. If not, I'll just get rid of it, to be honest. I enjoy playing it, and I'll play it myself, but I want to share it with you guys, you know. So if you want to see me play more of this and make the company of YouTube a bit something, let me know and we'll do it together. In fact, you guys can tell me what you want me to invest in. Maybe you want to make a new computer or a new TV. You want to do some R&D research into the next console. Excuse me. Let me know what you want to play, and we will do it together. All right. Thanks for watching me play this. Catch me on my next video. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for liking, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.